Announcer bot is active. The qualification session is at Aldo Scribant in Port Elizabeth, South Africa. The wind speed is 11 km/h from the north-northeast. Yuan Nyemand is second. JD Ellis from South Africa in Sunset Bend is third with 30 kilos. Dewald Lambert from Bhutan is first with 10 kilos. Dewald Lambert is up 11.83 in Sunset Bend. Dewald Lambert improved his P1 with a 0:58.836. Yuan Nyemand is provisional pole with a 0:58.732. Dewald Lambert is up 0.11 in Barbecue Bend. Dylan Conway from South Africa is third. Dylan Conway improved his third with a 0:59.942. 1.210 off pole. Dewald Lambert from Bhutan in the SEs is second up 0.55. Danny Van Ruyen is provisional pole with a 0:58.198. Dewald Lambert improved is P2 with a 0:58.351. 0.153 off pole. Peter Grobler is 6th. Peter Grobler is up 24.38 in Leeuwkop Bend. Peter Grobler improved is 5th with a 0:59.026. 0.828 off pole. Peter Grobler is up 0.17 in Crowthorne Corner. Leon van Linden is 11th. Leon van Linden is up 18.73 in the Essies. Dewald Lambert in start-finish is 2nd driving a Bentley. Dewald Lambert is provisional pole with a 0:58.060. 10 minutes remaining in the session. J.D. Ellis in Leeuwkop Bend is P10 up 1.43. Mike Gear from South Africa in start-finish is P3 with 20 kilos. Mike Gear improved is P3 with a 0:58.386. 0.326 off pole. Dolph is P6. Danny Van Ruyen is P2. Danny Van Ruyen is up 0.34 in Leeuwkop Bend. Danny Van Ruyen is provisional pole with a 0:57.700. Leon van Linden from South Africa in the kink is P12 with 30 kilos. Ronald Childs from South Africa is 11th. Ronald Childs improved is P10 with a 0:59.599. 1.899 off pole. Danny van Ruyen from Netherlands in Clubhouse Bend is P1 up 0.18 with 30 kilos. Leon van Linden is P13 up 0.31. Jaco Wies from Namibia is 4th with 20 kilos. Jaco Wies improved is 3rd with a 0:58.148. 0.448 off pole. Dolph from South Africa is P7 up 0.19 with 20 kilos. Nadine Townsend from Namibia in Leeuwkop Bend is 13th up 0.19. Dolph is P7. Dolph improved is P7 with a 0:58.829. 1.129 off pole. Mike Gear from South Africa in Clubhouse Bend is P4 up 0.18. Mike Gear improved is P4 with a 0:58.254. 0.554 off pole. Jaco Wies in Sunset Bend is P3 up 0.16. Jaco Weiss improved is P3 with a 0:57.918. 0.218 off pole. Ronald Childs is 5th. Mike Gear in Crowthorne Corner is P4 up 0.10. Mike Gear is up 0.24 in the SEs. Five minutes remaining in the session. Mike Gear improved is 4th with a 0:58.004. 0.304 off pole. Mike Gear is up 0.05 in Crowthorne Corner. Jaco Weiss is P3 up 0.10. Mike Gear from South Africa in Clubhouse Bend is 4th up 0.16. Mike Gear improved is P2 with a 0:57.791. 0.091 off pole. Nadine Townsend in Clubhouse Bend is 13th up 1.51 driving a Acura. Nadine Townsend improved is P13 with a 1:05.550. 7.850 off pole. Ronald Childs in Leeuwenhoek Bend is P7 up 0.22. Ronald Childs improved is P5 with a 0:58.445. 0.745 off pole. Ronald Childs is up 0.05 in Crowthorne Corner. Danny Van Ruyen is P1. Danny Van Ruyen is provisional pole with a 0:57.647. Dewald Lambert in Crowthorne Corner is P4. Dewald Lambert is up 0.01 in Barbecue Bend. Dewald Lambert is up 0.21 in the SEs. Dewald Lambert is provisional pole with a 0:57.592. De Wald Lambert is up 0.02 in Crowthorne corner. Mike Gear in the kink is P4 with 20 kilos. Ronald Childs in Barbecue Bend is 5th up 0.11. Mike Gear in Barbecue Bend is 4th up 0.10 with 20 kilos. Danny Van Ruyen is provisional pole with a 0.57.537. Ronald Childs in the Essies is 5th up 0.11. JD Ellis in Jikski I Sweep is P9 up 0.13. The qualifying session is now in overtime. JD Ellis is up 0.14 in Leeuwkop Bend. JD Ellis improved his P9 with a 0.58.741. 1.204 off pole. Mike Gear in Clubhouse Bend is 4th. Best lap is a 0.57.791. 0.254 off pole. Announcer bot is active. Ronald Childs from South Africa in Sunset Bend is first. Tommy Glad from South Africa is P2 with 20 kilos. JD Ellis from South Africa in Barbecue Bend is P2 with 30 kilos. Ronald Childs is P1 driving a Ford. Best lap is a 1:18.764. Mike Gear from South Africa in the Essies is second with 20 kilos. Ronald Childs in Barbecue Bend is P1. The race session is at Aldo Scribent in Port Elizabeth, South Africa. The wind speed is 5 km/h from the north-northeast. "60 minutes remaining in the session. Race start. Dewald Lambert from Bhutan is second with 10 kilos. Jaco Wies from Namibia in Crowthorne Corner is P3 with 20 kilos. Yuan Yemen from South Africa in Jikski Sweep is P6. Dole from South Africa is P8 with 20 kilos. JD Ellis from South Africa in the Essies is P9 with 30 kilos. Tommy Glad from South Africa is 10th with 20 kilos. Jaco Wies is P2 driving a Acura, 0.1 ahead of Dewald Lambert. Dewald Lambert in Barbecue Bend is P3, 0.3 behind Jaco Wies. Leon van Linden from South Africa is P8 with 30 kilos, 0.2 ahead of Yuan Yemen. Yuan Yemen in the Essies is P9, 0.3 behind Leon van Linden. Tommy Glad in Leeuwkop Bend is P13, 0.5 behind Nadine Townsend. Tommy Glad passed Nadine Townsend for P12. Dewald Lambert in Jikski Sweep on lap 3 is third, 0.5 behind Jaco Wies. Yuan Yemen is 11th driving a Lamborghini, 0.5 behind JD Ellis. Dewald Lambert is P3, 0.3 behind Jaco Wies. Peter Grobler is 10th with 30 kilos, 0.1 behind JD Ellis. Yuan Yemen from South Africa is P11, 0.2 behind Peter Grobler. Ronald Childs from South Africa in the Essies is P5, 0.5 behind Jaco Weiss. Yuan Niemand in the Essies is P10, 0.2 behind Peter Grobler. JD Ellis from South Africa is P11, 0.5 behind Yuan Niemand. JD Ellis was 1.6 faster last lap. "55 minutes remaining in the session. Yuan Niemand is 10th. JD Ellis in Sunset Bend is 11th. Best lap is a 0:59.491. 1.541 off the fastest lap. JD Ellis passed Yuan Niemand for 10th. Tommy Glad is P12, 0.5 behind Yuan Niemand. JD Ellis is 10th. Yuan Niemand on lap 6 is 12th, 0.3 behind Tommy Glad. JD Ellis from South Africa in the Essies is 10th, 0.4 behind Peter Grobler. Yuan Niemand in the Kink is 12th, 0.3 behind Tommy Glad. Peter Grobler is 9th, 0.3 behind Leon van Linden. JD Ellis in Sunset Bend is 10th, 0.2 behind Peter Grobler. Peter Grobler in the Essies is P9, 0.2 ahead of JD Ellis. Peter Grobler lost 9th to JD Ellis. Yuan Niemand is P11, 0.2 behind Peter Grobler. Peter Grobler in Barbecue Bend is 10th, 0.5 behind Leon van Linden. Mike Gear from South Africa in Barbecue Bend is P3 with 20 kilos. Best lap is a 0:58.025. 0.081 off the fastest lap. Yuan Niemand in Barbecue Bend on lap 9 is P11, 1.0 behind Tommy Glad. Tommy Glad in the SEs on lap 9 is 10th, 0.5 behind Leon van Linden. Tommy Glad was 2.2 faster last lap. Mike Gear in Sunset Bend is P3 driving a Nissan, 0.5 behind DeWald Lambert. 50 minutes remaining in the session. Tommy Glad in Crowthorne Corner is P10, 0.3 behind Leon van Linden. Leon van Linden in Clubhouse Bend is P10. Yuan Niemand in Leeuwkop Bend is 11th, 0.5 behind Leon van Linden. JD Ellis from South Africa in Crowthorne Corner is P8, 0.2 behind Dylan Conway. JD Ellis passed Dylan Conway for P7. Yuan Niemand from South Africa in Jikski Sweep is 10th, 0.5 behind Tommy Glad. Mike Gear in Sunset Bend on lap 12 is 3rd, 0.8 behind DeWald Lambert. Yuan Niemand is 10th, 0.3 behind Tommy Glad. Yuan Niemand was 0.6 faster last lap. Mike Gear is P3 driving a Nissan, 0.9 behind DeWald Lambert. Yuan Niemand is P10 driving a Lamborghini, 0.2 behind Tommy Glad. Peter Grobler is P12, 4.1 behind Leon van Linden. Peter Grobler was 1.8 faster last lap. Peter Grobler passed Leon van Linden for 11th. Yuan Niemand in the SEs is 10th, 0.3 behind Tommy Glad. Mike Gear on lap 14 is P3, 1.0 behind DeWald Lambert. Yuan Niemand is 10th, 0.4 behind Tommy Glad. Tommy Glad in the SEs on lap 14 is P10, 0.1 behind Yuan Niemand. "45 minutes remaining in the session. Peter Grobler is 11th, 0.7 behind Tommy Glad. Mike Gear from South Africa in Jikski I sweep is P3, 1.3 behind De Wald Lambert. Peter Grobler is 11th driving a Aston Martin, 0.9 behind Tommy Glad. Jaco Wies in Jikski I sweep is P4, 1.5 behind Mike Gear. Peter Grobler is 11th, 0.9 behind Tommy Glad. Dylan Conway from South Africa in the SEs is 9th, 1.4 behind Yuan Niemand. Mike Gear in start-finish is 3rd driving a Nissan, 1.0 behind De Wald Lambert. Peter Grobler in Clubhouse Bend is P11, 0.9 behind Tommy Glad. Nadine Townsend entering the pits is 13th. Mike Gear is P3 with 20 kilos, 1.2 behind De Wald Lambert. Jaco Weiss in Sunset Bend is P4, 1.6 behind Mike Gear. Minutes remaining in the session. Peter Grobler in start finish is P11, 0.9 behind Tommy Glad. Peter Grobler was 0.7 faster last lap. Jaco Weiss in Sunset Bend on lap 21 is P4, 0.5 behind Mike Gear. Peter Grobler is 11, 0.5 behind Tommy Glad. Jaco Weiss in Crowthorne Corner is 4th, 0.6 behind Mike Gear. Peter Grobler is 11. Best lap is a 0:59.224. 1.435 off the fastest lap. Jaco Weiss in Leocop Bend is 4th, 0.3 behind Mike Gear. Mike Gear is 4th with 20 kilos battling Jaco Weiss. Peter Grobler in Sunset Bend is P11, 1.5 behind Tommy Glad. Mike Gear from South Africa is P4, 0.5 behind Jaco Weiss. Yuan Niemand in Clubhouse Bend is P8 driving a Lamborghini. Mike Gear is P4 driving a Nissan, 0.9 behind Jaco Weiss. Peter Grobler entering the pits is 11th. Mike Gear is now P3. Leon van Linden in Barbecue Bend on lap 23 is 12th. Peter Grobler exiting pits. Jaco Weiss exiting pits. 35 minutes remaining in the session. JD Ellis in clubhouse bend is P6. Dylan Conway is 9th, 1.8 ahead of Tommy Glad. Tommy Glad is P10, 0.7 behind Dylan Conway. Ronald Childs entering the pits is P4. Tommy Glad passed Dylan Conway for P9. Dylan Conway from South Africa in Jikski sweep is P10, 1.5 behind Tommy Glad. Ronald Childs exiting pits. Leon van Linden is P12. Mike Gear in clubhouse bend is 3rd, 5.0 behind DeWald Lambert. Dolph in Leeuwkop bend is 4th. Dylan Conway in Barbecue Bend is 10th. Best lap is a 0:59.485. 1.696 off the fastest lap. Dolph is 4th. Tommy Glad entering the pits is 9th. Dylan Conway entering the pits is 10th. JD Ellis from South Africa is 5th. Leon van Linden entering the pits is 12th. Tommy Glad exiting pits. DeWald Lambert entering the pits is 2nd. DeWald Lambert is second. Mike Gear entering the pits is P3. Dylan Conway exiting pits. 30 minutes remaining in the session. Leon van Linden exiting pits. Dolph entering the pits is 4th. Dolph is P4. DeWald Lambert exiting pits. Mike Gear is 4th. Mike Gear exiting pits. Dolph is 6th, 0.3 ahead of Jaco Weiss. Dolph exiting pits. Dolph lost 6th to Jaco Weiss. Yuan Niemand entering the pits is 11th. Yuan Niemand is P8. Danny van Ruyen from Netherlands in Clubhouse Bend is first with 30 kilos. Best lap is a 0:57.756. JD Ellis entering the pits is 3rd. JD Ellis is P3. Danny van Ruyen in the kink is P1. Yuan Niemand exiting pits. Yuan Niemand in Crowthorne Corner is 8th, 2.8 ahead of Tommy Glad. Danny van Ruyen is P1. Danny van Ruyen exiting pits. Dylan Conway in the Essies is P11, 0.5 behind Peter Grobler. Dylan Conway was 3.2 faster last lap. Yuan Niemand is P8, 3.5 ahead of Tommy Glad. Dylan Conway is 11th, 0.5 behind Peter Grobler. Yuan Niemand in Crowthorne Corner is P8, 3.5 ahead of Tommy Glad. Peter Grobler entering the pits is 11th. Ronald Childs is P4, 2.6 behind Mike Gear. Peter Grobler exiting pits. DeWald Lambert in Clubhouse Bend on lap 35 is P2. Peter Grobler entering the pits is P11. 25 minutes remaining in the session. Jaco Weiss in Clubhouse Bend is 6th driving a Acura, 1.5 behind Dole. Mike Gear from South Africa in Sunset Bend is 3rd, 2.6 ahead of Ronald Childs. Jaco Weiss in Clubhouse Bend on lap 36 is P6, 1.3 behind Dole. J.D. Ellis is 7th. Jaco Weiss in Clubhouse Bend is P6, 1.3 behind Dole. Tommy Glad in Crowthorne Corner is 9th, 4.9 behind Yuan Niemand. Jaco Weiss from Namibia is 6th, 1.2 behind Dole. Mike Gear from South Africa in Clubhouse Bend is 3rd, 2.4 ahead of Ronald Childs. Jaco Weiss in the Essies is 6th, 1.4 behind Dole. Yuan Niemand in Barbecue Bend is 8th, 4.6 ahead of Tommy Glad. 20 minutes remaining in the session. Jaco Wies in the Essies is 6th, 1.1 behind Dolph. Danny Van Ruyen is P1. Dolph is 5th. Jaco Wies entering the pits is 6th. Jaco Wies is P6. Mike Gear is P3 driving a Nissan, 2.2 ahead of Ronald Childs. Tommy Glad in the kink is 9th. Tommy Glad is now P8. Tommy Glad passed Yuan Yemen for P7. Dylan Conway from South Africa is 10th. Dylan Conway is now P9. JD Ellis in Sunset Bend is P6. Dylan Conway is 9th. Ronald Childs in Jig Ski Sweep on lap 45 is 4th, 1.4 behind Mike Gear. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Yuan Yemen from South Africa in Jig-Ski sweep is 8th, 3.2 behind Tommy Glad. Ronald Childs is P4, 0.9 behind Mike Gear. JD Ellis is 6th with 30 kilos. Ronald Childs in Sunset Bend is 4th. Best lap is a 0:57.747. 0.120 off the fastest lap. Danny Van Ruyen in Barbecue Bend on lap 48 is 1st. Ronald Childs is 4th, 0.8 behind Mike Gear. Mike Gear on lap 49 is P3, 0.7 ahead of Ronald Childs. Ronald Childs in Clubhouse Bend is 4th. Dolph in Clubhouse Bend is P5. Ronald Childs in Clubhouse Bend is 4th, 1.2 behind Mike Gear. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Tommy Glad in Sunset Bend is P7. Best lap is a 0:58.964. 1.396 off the fastest lap. Ronald Childs is P4, 1.2 behind Mike Gear. DeWald Lambert in Barbecue Bend is second. Ronald Childs from South Africa in Clubhouse Bend is P4. 0.5 behind Mike Gear. Ronald Childs passed Mike Gear for P3. JD Ellis is P6. DeWald Lambert in the Essies is second. Yuan Niemand entering the pits is P9. Dolph in Clubhouse Bend is P5. Best lap is a 0:58.522. 0.954 off the fastest lap. Tommy Glad is P7. DeWald Lambert is second driving a Bentley, 3.5 ahead of Ronald Childs. Dylan Conway in Crowthorne Corner is P8. 5 minutes remaining in the session. JD Ellis is P6. Mike Gear in Sunset Bend is P4. JD Ellis is 6th. Ronald Childs in Leocop Bend is P3. Tommy Glad is P7. Mike Gear in Clubhouse Bend is P4. Danny Van Ruyen in the Essies is 1st. JD Ellis in the Essies is P6. DeWald Lambert is P2 with 10 kilos, 2.9 ahead of Ronald Childs. Ronald Childs from South Africa is 3rd, 2.4 behind DeWald Lambert. Mike Gear in Crowthorne Corner is P4. Tommy Glad is 7th. The leader has just finished the race. Danny Van Ruyen finished P1. Dolph finished 5th. Dylan Conway finished 8th. DeWald Lambert finished P2. Ronald Childs finished 3rd. Tommy Glad finished P7. Mike Gear finished 4th. J.D. Ellis finished P6.